Hey there, Fatherhood for the rest of us. Brandon here. I am just coming out of Planet Fitness, getting back into a routine after having had a little bit of a setback. But you get right back up on it and you keep on going, guys. And so while I'm doing this, getting back into my routine, one of the things that I've been sharing with you recently is this Nurtured Heart approach training, which I've been attending. I've attended a couple sessions now, and I really wanted to share it with you. And this week I've already gone over 2 of these Nurtured Heart approaches, and they call them stands. They've got these 3 core elements that they've got, and today the 3rd one is being absolutely clear. And what does that mean? It means that I will maintain total clarity about rules that demonstrate fair and consistent boundaries. I will consistently enforce rules and provide immediate consequences through resetting each time a rule is broken. I will recognize the child in the moment they have reset and create the next moment as an opportunity for success. So, what's that look like, and what's that kind of mean? Essentially, you've got to set the rules. The rules have to be clear. They've got to know what they are. Children, and this works in all, and this is applicable everywhere. This is applicable everywhere. If you don't have clear and defined and set kind of goals and guidelines, then how do you know what the expectations are? How can you be sure what it is that you're being asked to do? So you've got to set those. You got to set those expectations. They've got to be clear, and they've got to be consistent. And what they're recommending, what the Nurtured Heart recommends, is that you've got to. They don't use the timeout and some of these other traditional methodologies when a rule has been broken. They're using what they call a reset. So you just let the child know, say, hey, look, you've crossed a boundary, you've gone too far, you're going to need to reset. Let's reset the situation, reset the whole table. And then as soon as they have reset, you can reestablish kind of connection and reestablish getting going on. I've actually got the notes kind of right here as we go through. One of the reasons they listed a couple of the reasons why the traditional timeouts fail, and that's because you're essentially giving energy to the negativity, to and you're not really giving it the attention on the positive aspects. One of the examples that they use for how some of these, what these clear and defined boundaries are, is like a basketball game, right? Like if you are throwing a pass, you've got to do it a certain way. If you can't be stepping on any lines. If you're in a basketball game and you go to make a free throw, you have to make that pass in a certain way. What are some other rules in basketball, right? But the rules are known, and that there's also penalties if you flail at somebody, right? You've got a whole bunch of known rules, and there's no warning that they give in basketball because all the rules are known. Real quick here, what else we got? So that's the basketball game analogy. I like it because they say that there are no warnings, right? It's totally clear. They're saying warnings are not compassionate. Don't give warnings. They keep youth off balance and uncertain if rules are to be taken seriously. So if you give a warning, it's not really fair because they don't know what the threshold is. It needs to be kind of clear and cut. And they know that that's not an acceptable behavior, or they know if it is. I think that it can work in both ways. It says right here, you can't really stop anyone from breaking a rule. Kids know this, trying to stop them communicates fear and downloads old portfolios does not build inner wealth. And we didn't really touch on building inner wealth here yet, but what they're referring to is when we build our children up, we're giving them, effectively inner wealth. We're making them feel richer on the inside, and as long as we continue to build them up, we continue to give them this inner wealth. What they've got here is, again, they've got the resets. It's the key to consequences is what they're saying. Hold on here, let me check traffic. It's not punitive. It's an energetic shift that focuses on success and nurturing the hearts of our youth. And they've got the 3 R's here: self-regulation, restart, welcome back with appreciation for realigning your greatness, and restore, individualized, natural, and logical consequences if needed. So that's really been the hit on the 3 stands. I hope that they've been, something that you can lean into. I can post some more information about it, and I probably will as it goes on. I've got some more training to attend. I'll be attending their they've got a fathers meetup once a month there. Actually, I'd recommend you guys. I'm enjoying getting out and participating in some of these events. These have been hosted for free by the county. I know that they've got other ones that are out there, community outreach programs, but it's really cool to participate in them and see kind of how it is that you're coming along, see if there's something new that you can learn just by going out and attending these, finding out what's going on in the community, and being able to connect with other people in person. But hopefully, again, this has been helpful for you. Stand number 3 has been absolutely clear. Talked about why traditional timeouts fail. Talked about some of the using the reset as one of the methodologies that they teach in this method, in the nurture heart approach, and using the basketball game as what it's like and what it means to have clear and defined boundaries and rules and regulations. And we also talk about how warnings really are not beneficial to helping you regulate your children and having that all set up. All right, guys, take it easy.